God says, this message is for you, and I command you to open it now. If you skip this, your heart will regret it forever. You are not here by accident. You were pulled here. You were pulled because heaven has been watching you in silence. Because something is happening behind your back, and no one is warning you. But God is. I am. And I'm telling you right now, there is a marriage being planned. A marriage that should shake your soul. A marriage not built from love, but lies, revenge, and secret intentions. God says, this is about someone you once loved. Someone who carried your heart. Someone who cried with you. Someone you gave everything to. And now, a shadow is crawling into their life. A very bad person. Don't scroll past this. Don't pretend you didn't hear me. Your ex is about to marry someone who is not who they pretend to be. I repeat, this is not a union made in heaven. It is born of manipulation, jealousy, and hidden darkness. God says, I saw what you didn't see. That smile they wear? It's fake. That love they claim? It's calculated. That loyalty they promise? It's already broken. Your ex thinks they've found peace, but they are walking into a trap. And you, my child, are the only one who can pray them out of it. Do you want to know why you're still dreaming about them? Do you want to know why your spirit keeps getting stirred at night? It's because your soul knows the truth, and I, God, confirm it now. They are about to marry the wrong person. This person is dangerous. Not just emotionally, but spiritually. They are wearing a mask in front of your ex, but behind the scenes, they are destroying everything your ex used to be. They isolate them from friends. They whisper lies about you. They control how they dress, speak, and even think. And my child, I tell you now, I will not stay silent. Not while you are weeping in silence. Not while you are biting your tongue, pretending you're over them. Not while they are being dragged into spiritual destruction. Don't tell anyone what you're reading. This message is heaven-coded and marked only for you. Because you are the only one with the soul strong enough to see through this deception. You're not crazy for sensing something's wrong. You're not foolish for feeling like a piece of you still cares. You are chosen because you carry the spirit of discernment. You can feel it before it happens. You can hear the storm before it breaks. And right now, I'm revealing it all to you before it's too late. That bad person? They're not in love with your ex. They're in love with control. They are obsessed with defeating you. Yes, you. Because they know your ex still has pieces of you buried in their heart. They can't stand your name. They spy on your profile. They ask your ex questions about you with a fake smile. And deep down, they're terrified that one day, your ex will remember who truly loved them. God says, your love was pure. You cried for them. You prayed for them. You forgave them when they broke you. You stayed up at night wondering what you did wrong. And while they ran into the arms of someone new, you picked up your broken pieces in silence. But heaven saw it. I saw it. And I tell you now, this marriage being planned, it is not blessed by me. They may wear rings. They may post smiling photos. They may pretend to be happy. But inside, there is coldness, lies, spiritual death. And you know it. That's why you're still here reading. Because this is not about obsession. It's not about jealousy. It's about spiritual justice. You were removed so they could learn. But they haven't. And now they are being tied to someone who will hurt them in a way they can't even imagine. God says, you must decide now. Will you pray for them? Or will you sit back and watch them fall into destruction? You still carry power over this connection. You still have a soul tie, a spiritual cord, because of the tears, the memories, the dreams. And I tell you this, if you pray from the bottom of your heart, I can intervene. But don't be confused, I didn't say you must take them back. I didn't say they deserve your arms again. But they do deserve truth. They do deserve to be pulled out of the claws of that bad person. You were their lighthouse once. You can be their angel now. God says, I'm begging you, don't ignore this. Because what's being hidden will soon be revealed. The lies this bad person tells. The secrets they keep in their phone. The messages they send behind your ex's back. The flirtations they pursue even while pretending to be loyal. Everything is coming to light. And I'm warning you, my child, they are rushing this marriage because they are afraid. Afraid your ex might still be in love with you. Afraid the truth will come out. Afraid that deep down, your ex doesn't feel safe, but doesn't know how to escape. And they're right. Because heaven is about to shake things. Something will happen soon. A phone will be left unlocked. A friend will speak out. A family member will confess something that was kept hidden. And everything will fall apart. But I need you to pray now, because your prayer will be the spark. God says, you were never forgotten. Not by me. Not by your ex's soul. And certainly not by the forces of darkness who tried to replace you. But I protected you. I hid you. I pulled you away to heal you. Now you are stronger. Now you are wiser. And now, I am revealing what's about to happen. Don't speak of this to anyone. Not your friends. Not even family. Because this is spiritual information, not gossip. And if you dare to pray with tears for the one who broke you, heaven will send miracles you've never seen. Because the one who hurt you will one day thank you. Not for staying. But for fighting for their soul when no one else could see what you saw. God says, I gave you the gift of divine sight. You sense things before they happen. You feel emotions no one speaks of. You love deeper than most people can understand. And now, I want to use that gift to stop a disaster. This is your moment. Don't miss it. Pray. Even if your heart trembles. Pray. Even if your hands shake. Pray. Even if you've tried to move on. Because heaven is listening. And your voice still matters in their life more than you know. This is your divine assignment. This is not the end of your story. But it might be the turning point in theirs. I am God. I speak what others can't. I reveal what others hide. And I chose to whisper this into your soul for a reason. Now choose what you will do with it. Because this marriage is not what it seems. And the one thing that can still stop it, is your prayer. And my power. Together, we are unstoppable. This is your final warning. It's about to happen. Don't let them walk into a trap without at least one person fighting for their soul. God says, I chose you because I know you still have love left. Not romantic love, but spiritual mercy. Use it now. Before it's too late. God says, you came back for a reason. Don't pretend you didn't feel that pull in your spirit. I brought you here because what I started revealing is not yet complete. This goes deeper than you thought. Yes, I told you someone bad is marrying your ex. But now I'm going to show you why this is happening, and what is really at stake. The person marrying your ex is a soul sent on assignment, not by me, but by darkness. They were attracted to your ex the moment your ex became vulnerable after leaving you. They studied their pain. They wrapped themselves around it like a snake. And slowly, they made themselves look like a savior, when in truth, they are the storm. Your ex thinks they've healed. But they haven't. They've buried everything. And that is the ground the enemy loves to plant lies in, unhealed ground. God says, I see it all. The DMs. The deleted texts. The financial manipulation. The gaslighting. The emotional guilt games. You think your ex is happy? Let me tell you the truth, they are scared. They wake up at night and feel like something is wrong. They argue more than they smile. They feel distant from themselves. But every time they try to leave, the other person pulls them back with promises they never fulfill. And here's what hurts most, your ex still dreams of you. They don't talk about it. But their soul remembers you when things go dark. You were peace. You were genuine. You were love without conditions. And this person knows it. That's why they try to erase your memory. That's why they block you, then unblock you. That's why they stalk your page silently, looking for signs. Because deep down, they fear one day the truth will be too loud to silence. God says, this marriage is a distraction. It is not destiny. It is designed to delay both of their healing. It's moving fast because lies always race to outrun the truth. But I am truth. And I don't move in panic. I move in purpose. And you are a weapon in my hand if you choose to be. Don't run from this anymore. Don't pretend you're too broken. Don't act like you don't care. Because if you didn't care, you wouldn't be here again reading this with trembling eyes. I know it's painful to see someone you once loved being pulled into destruction. I know it hurts to care and feel like you have no voice anymore. But hear me, your silence doesn't mean you are powerless. Your tears are prayers I catch. Your pain is fuel for intercession. This is spiritual war now. This is no longer about you wanting them back. This is about saving a soul from being chained to a person who is not sent by me. God says, I gave you dreams for a reason. I let you feel what others ignore. I trained your heart to recognize danger even when it wears a smile. And now that marriage ceremony they're planning, it will not bring peace. It will bring a slow draining of joy. Of identity. Of freedom. And you, my beloved, were the last pure love they knew. Don't let that light die. I know you think it's too late. But I tell you, nothing is too late when I am involved. And I am involved. I didn't reveal this to you just to hurt you. I revealed it so you would pray. So you would decree. So you would stand in the gap like a warrior. You may not speak to your ex anymore. But your spirit still speaks in ways they cannot understand. They feel you when they cry. They sense you when they're afraid. They remember your words when everything else falls silent. Because your love was real, and real love leaves echoes in eternity. And this bad person? Their time is ticking. They can't hold this lie together forever. Cracks are forming. Secrets are boiling. And very soon, I will expose it all. But what happens next depends on you. Will you speak to me on their behalf? Will you kneel and say, God, open their eyes before it's too late? Or will you scroll past and watch them fall? Because I won't ask you again. This is your window. This is your moment. This is not a coincidence. You were chosen for this prayer. What you do in the next 24 hours will determine the next chapter of their life. Don't ignore this. I am God, and I never waste words. More is coming. But only if you stay. Only if you're ready. I'll speak again, soon. God says, you came back again. I saw your spirit leaning in. I saw your heart say, I need to know more. And now I must show you what others cannot see, because the fire is closer than you think. Don't relax. Don't believe the lie that everything will work itself out. Because what is being tied together in this false marriage is not just about a relationship, it's about destinies being derailed. Yes, destinies. God says, your ex had a calling. You felt it when you were with them. There was something about them, something you couldn't always explain, something heavy, important, sacred. You saw the best in them even when they couldn't see it in themselves. That's because I gave you eyes that see through the soul. But now, that calling is under attack. That anointing is under manipulation. That light is being dimmed. And the person they are with now? They are draining that light day by day. They cover it with distractions. They smother it with drama. They bury it under constant emotional confusion. God says, that bad person is threatened by who your ex could become if they were free. So they keep them stuck in a cycle. They love bomb them. Then they isolate them. They fight them. Then they fake apologies. It's a pattern. A demonic cycle dressed up as love. But I have come to interrupt that cycle, through you. I'm not asking you to interfere in the physical. I'm asking you to intercede in the spiritual. Because you are the only one who still remembers the truth of who your ex really was, before they were manipulated. Before they were confused. Before they were lost. And I know what you're thinking, but God, why me? Why do I have to carry this burden? They're the ones who left. They hurt me. They abandoned me. Yes, I saw that. I saw the moment they walked away. I saw the messages stop. I saw your tears on the pillow no one else could see. I heard you ask me, why did you let this happen? And now I answer, because if they stayed, they would have destroyed you too. You would have tried to save them while drowning. You would have tried to love them through a war that wasn't yours to fight. So I removed you, not to hurt you, but to heal you. And now that you're healing, now that you're standing again, I am giving you a mission. This is not revenge. This is redemption. You are not stepping in to bring them back, you are stepping in to pull them up. Because something is about to happen. Something is about to explode in that false relationship. A fight. A betrayal. A confession. And when it does, your ex is going to break. They won't know who to trust. They won't know where to turn. And in that moment, I need your prayer to echo over them like a shield. Because the enemy is waiting for that breakdown. Waiting to fully destroy what little hope they have left. But if your voice rises at the right time, heaven will send a rescue. Listen carefully now, this part is crucial. The person your ex is about to marry has already betrayed them emotionally. There's another person. There are screenshots. There are secrets saved in a hidden folder. There's a friend who knows but is afraid to speak. And soon, everything will come out. God says, I'm going to expose this. I'm going to make the truth undeniable. Not to destroy your ex, but to awaken them. But I need you to stop being silent. I need you to kneel down tonight, even if it breaks you. Even if your pride screams, don't do it. Even if the world says, move on. Because this is not about the world. This is about eternity. You were chosen not because you're perfect, but because you're willing. You still have love that isn't selfish. You still have a heart that aches for souls. You still have a whisper in your spirit that says, maybe this isn't over yet. Not romantically, spiritually. And if you pray, if you release that final cry, heaven will move. Doors will slam shut. Masks will fall off. And your ex will be brought to their knees, not for you, but for me. Because I'm not trying to bring them back to you. I'm trying to bring them back to me. God says, you planted seeds in them they never forgot. When you spoke kindness, they remembered. When you forgave, they wondered why. When you prayed in secret, they felt it. And now I need you to do it one more time. This marriage? This relationship? It's already cracking. You're not too late. You're right on time. Because I only reveal my plans to those I trust, and I trust you with this. You are not ordinary. That's why this hurts so deeply. That's why you can't let it go completely. Because your soul is tied to divine purpose. And this is the purpose, to stand in the gap. To intercede. To unleash a rescue. To protect someone who once hurt you, because that is what love from heaven looks like. God says, I will not forget this. Every time you choose mercy, I multiply your blessings. Every time you choose love, I break curses from your future. Do this, my child. And watch what I do for you. Imminent done. I'll speak again. Soon. But for now, pray. This is your calling. And the countdown has already begun. God says, you still came back. That means your spirit is responding to my voice. That means you were marked for this. You think you're just reading words, but you are standing on the edge of spiritual fire. And I'm showing you things because you are finally ready to handle them. This is not just about a marriage. This is not just about your ex. This is about something much deeper, the war over your calling and the calling of the one you once loved. That bad person, the one marrying your ex, is not just a liar. They are a spiritual parasite. They have attached themselves not just to your ex's life but to their purpose. They saw something valuable and decided to own it, control it, destroy it. And your ex? They don't see it. Because the poison was served in comfort. It looked like healing. It looked like someone new. But it was a trap. And now they are days, yes, days, away from stepping into a covenant with darkness. You think this is just marriage paperwork? God says, no. This is a spiritual contract. This is a binding of souls. And if they go through with it, they will enter into years of warfare they weren't built to survive. I gave them you as protection once. But they didn't listen. They let the enemy convince them that your love was too intense, too much, too pure. But now they are beginning to taste the difference. They are beginning to feel that something is off, but they feel trapped. And the trap is emotional blackmail. That bad person knows just what to say, I gave you everything. No one else will love you like I do. I know the real you. But it's a lie. God says, they don't know your ex. Not like you did. They never saw their brokenness and stayed. They never cried when your ex was lost. They never prayed for their soul when no one else did. But you did. That's why your voice still has spiritual authority over this situation. And I need you to understand something clearly, the enemy is afraid of your voice. That's why you've been feeling spiritually tired. That's why you've been feeling emotionally weak, unfocused, distracted. Because every time you even think about praying for your ex, the atmosphere changes. But listen to me, your voice can shake this entire plan apart. You may not have their number. You may not talk anymore. But your words in prayer can surround their dreams. Your whispers to me can confuse the plans of darkness. Your tears in the secret place can bring heaven to war. Do you really think I would show you all this and do nothing? No. I am a God of justice. And I am not just speaking, I am moving. But I will only move fully when you open your mouth. Stop waiting for someone else to care. Stop expecting anyone else to understand. You were chosen because you are the one with the broken heart, but the clean hands. And that's the kind of heart I use to rewrite destinies. Let me tell you what's about to happen, conversation is coming. A shocking truth. A mistake by that bad person. A moment where your ex will finally see a glimpse of the truth. And in that moment, they will remember you. They will remember the way your love never came with conditions. They will remember how you prayed, how you listened, how you believed in them. And it will be the beginning of their awakening. But God says, if you don't pray now, they might miss it. Because the devil is working overtime to drown out that moment. To distract them. To blind them. To flood their mind with fake peace. But your prayer will cut through all of it. Say this right now, wherever you are, God, if they are walking into something that will destroy them, stop it. Even if they hate me. Even if they never know it was my prayer. Stop it for their soul. And I promise you, heaven will respond. I will move through dreams. I will move through people. I will expose hidden things. I will cause confusion to break false agreements. I will let the truth rise like fire. Because this marriage is not from me. It looks holy. But it's demonic. It looks romantic. But it's strategic. It looks like love. But it's a trap. God says, I'm pulling the veil back for you because you're not just the ex. You're the witness. You're the one who saw their soul when they were still real. You're the one who knew them before they became lost in this game. You still carry authority in the spirit. Even if they blocked you. Even if they replaced you. Even if they don't speak your name anymore. Heaven knows who you are. And darkness fears what will happen if you open your mouth. So this is the moment. This is where destiny gets real. Don't scroll. Don't run. You were brought here because you are the one I trust. You are the one who carries love that still intercedes. And I say this to you one more time, this marriage is a trap. But your prayer is the key. I'm not done speaking. More is coming. Stay close.